if Shanahan's going into this game thinking to himself, I got a short leash on whomever goes in there, right? If I have an option, if Jimmy's healthy enough to go, but maybe not healthy enough to start, and Shanahan is trying to debate, well, if I start one and then need to pull that individual and throw in the other, is there a psychological advantage to starting one over the other because the second will be more prepared to come in and contribute? And I think that to me, there's not a clear and obvious answer to this one. I think that if Jimmy is, his fingers hanging on by a thread, and you decide that a healthy Trey is the way to go, to me, at that point, you really want to give Trey a pretty long leash, and you want to allow him to struggle a little bit. You don't want to put in Jimmy early on in that contest if Trey struggles.
Right. What if they had pulled Trey at halftime against the Texans, right?
Right. And if you're looking at being behind in a game, I mean, let's be honest, Jimmy Garoppolo certainly has had comeback victories in his career with the 49ers. And I don't get the sense in watching him and the team this year that if there's a significant deficit, I really want him behind center because it hasn't looked that way. When they get behind schedule and down in distance, they have struggled this season. They're much better when they stay on top of third and short, third and medium, and complete those, right? Okay. But if you flip it the other side and say, well, I'm going to go ahead and start Jimmy, but if he struggles early, it's most likely a physical thing. And if I go to Lance, right, have I damaged his psyche by not starting him? And so there are psychological components to explore on both sides of this.
I don't think it's fair to either quarterback in either scenario. I mean, let's play it out. You start Jimmy Garoppolo, he struggles, you fall down 17-0, you go to Trey in the second quarter, save our season. That's not fair.
Not fair.
Hey, we didn't trust you at any point this year. We didn't want you to start. We went with an injured Jimmy Garoppolo who hadn't really practiced over you. Didn't work out. Hey, could you save our season, please? Maybe? No, that's not fair. And then the other way, hey, Jimmy, we gave you a vote of no confidence. You said you were ready to play. You said you gutted it out in practice. We went with the kid. He fell on his face. You're down 17. Would you save our season for me? Like, that's not fair either. I think also what's not fair is having the quarterback breathing down the other guy's neck. You make a decision. You have 1 3 and out to start the game. Everyone's looking, are we going to go to him? That sucks too, which is, again, why I don't think that it's going to come down to a decision. I think they're going to say, Jimmy tried, Jimmy's tough, Jimmy's hurt, Jimmy's inactive. Jimmy's in it. So they just avoid this altogether. It's not like there's no hook. It's Trey. It's on you. Yeah. It's on you. We're not going anyone else because I think that whole scenario is totally unfair. And I don't think it's helpful at that point.
It's not. And the fan base is already going to be applying that pressure, right? If both quarterbacks are active and whoever starts struggles, the fan base, half of them are going to be revolting, right?
Oh my God. It will be so toxic. And before the end of the first quarter, I mean, fans don't wait. One bad pass. Oh, I was right. That's exactly what I was talking about. And I'm guilty of that too. That's Twitter. I love that. So anyway, I just don't think Jimmy's going to be active. I could be wrong. I mean, Kyle specializes in making the wrong decision. I'm not saying I make the right decision, but I'm just saying he might find a way to mess this up.
It'll be interesting. I mean, that would feel like punting the decision if they truly make Jimmy inactive, because I can't imagine, even if he can just make a few throws, that feels better than having Nate Sudfeld as your backup, right? I mean, you would think that you would want Jimmy as the emergency quarterback just in case. But
apparently Nate Sudfeld's been looking really good in practice recently.
Right. Has Fred Warner been telling you this?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, that would be disappointing to me if they shut down Jimmy, if it turns out this all just is a smokescreen and he's inactive. That to me would be punting the decision, the most important decision of this season that could potentially shape whether it was boom or bust, whether it was win or lose.
That's right.
And to me, that would be weak.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Jason says Shanahan QB1. Boom! That's going to be the twist.
Got the emergency QB in tow.
What's more important for Trey is the experience, whether it be wins or losses. Yeah, too bad it's coming week 18 if that's indeed what happens. It's not exactly how you draw it up.
Yeah, I can't get down with the idea that, well, experience for Trey while playoffs are on the line. No, playoffs are on the line.
After they lose on Monday. Tell me that on Monday after they lose. I'm just saying. I don't think it's that way. Jacob says rather take our chances with Trey's strong arm and extended plays. He gives us the best chance to win. Love the show, Grant and Rob. Trey area. I happen to feel the same way. It's just I do have to. Anyone could say, well, You really feel comfortable starting a guy in his 4th career start in this game? Hey, fair point. But then I would say, you really feel comfortable starting a guy with a torn ligament in his hand? I mean, you're in a tough spot one way or another. And I think this is the Niners' fault. Sorry.
It is.
Not my fault. I'm quality control. I was in control of this. They were not. Samaj official. No, I don't think I spelled that or pronounced that correctly, but
It was close.
he says this game feels more like the time when Cap had to start for Alex when he had a concussion. Everyone thought Alex was playing like Jimmy in this game. Yeah, that was a real mystery, Scooby-Doo. Yeah. All the beat writers, except for me, thought Alex was going to start that game. And I think most of the beat writers think Jimmy's going to start this game too.
They do. I was just looking that up before the show.
Do.
This could be a very similar circumstance.
But I think the Niners have been very coordinated in putting Jimmy in front of the media. Throw a ball in front of the media. And we're like, oh my God, wow, we're going to throw the ball. But who's to say that when we leave and it's time for them to actually do real work, that he doesn't go right to a cold tub and put his finger in it oh God.
Right.
Oh God, that's over with. Yeah. I don't know.
I think the strongest evidence that you're right, that Jimmy might not even be active on Sunday is the video that the 49ers put out themselves as if it was preseason all over again. Here's our quarterback throwing some passes at practice.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they had to start Trey Lance, you need to do this because Trey Lance, again, is not prepared and they know it. They made a mistake. They're caught with their pants down a little bit. Uh-oh, we definitely should have been playing him in those. Okay, so we didn't. Whoops. What do we do? Let's say Jimmy's going to play. Let's not let that way the Rams can't prepare for Trey. Let's give Trey the benefit of, again, surprise. It can only help. I'm just projecting here. Maybe they start Jimmy Garoppolo. But I'm just saying, if they were to start Trey Lance, they would have to handle it just like this.
Yeah.
Just like this. Be like,
well, it's interesting. We'll point back to the same things, whether they start Jimmy or Trey, right? It'll be like, well, we saw Jimmy throw in practice, so obviously he was going to start. And then if he doesn't, if he's inactive, you'll be like, well, it was a smoke screen, and they put out that video so that the Rams would think that they were going to.
Yeah, and then it all comes back to Princess Bride once again.
Inconceivable.
Vikrant S says, when Trey starts to throw, I go make breakfast, walk my dog, come back to his follow-through. Oh, not a fan.
Ooh,
not a fan.
That's a shot.
See, what I think what we're seeing here with a lot of these quarterbacks is, and a lot of fans, is it's an aesthetic thing. You want to see the quarterback play the way you want to see him play.
Interesting.
And for me, I like a Trey Lance style quarterback. It harkens to my childhood with Steve Young and Jeff Garcia too. Just kind of, even the 5 on the jersey, it just feels like a bigger, stronger Jeff Garcia, guy who thrives in chaos. A lot of people like the dude who stands in the eye of the storm and doesn't freaking move. Maybe that's this guy's cup of tea. I don't know. Not me. I like an athlete at every position. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I would nitpick Tom Brady if he was here too. I don't know. I don't cover.
I'm in that weird camp that likes both quarterbacks and roots for whichever one is going to frickin' start. So
fair. No, that's probably how you should do it. Have some self-awareness if you don't like the way he's playing the position. I can't help but like a scrambling quarterback because that's how I was raised. But I mean, I'd have to say that I appreciate the way Tom Brady does it too. That's all I'm saying.
Hard not to.
I've grown to appreciate it over the years. Honestly, don't care if we lose this game. Everything stacks up against us. If we win, I'll be happy. And as a fan, it will lose. I just want the kid to get some experience. Everything will fall on Kyle. Certainly.
Yeah, I would say that I think what he's saying there is, win or lose, he's happy for the experience for Trey. And I can't get behind that until I'll look at the game. If we lose, I'll look back and say, well, it's great. Trey got some experience. But I can't look at the game coming up and say, well, I'm glad that Trey's going to get some experience. No, this is win at all freaking costs. The playoffs are on the line. Do whatever you need to do to win the freaking game.
And again, Steve Young went on the radio yesterday, said, if Jimmy Garoppolo is 100%, he should play. Of course. He's not.
No.
And we don't know what percent he is. And that's why we're having this discussion. If he were 100%, yes, you wouldn't just change course week 18. Of course not. But he's not. And they're not letting us know. If you ask the Niners, and if you ask Jimmy, it's like, it's excruciating. It's freaking excruciating. So, don't know. I guess we'll find out. My inkling is that it's pretty freaking bad. It's pretty freaking bad. And while he can throw for 15 minutes in front of us, playing football for 3 hours is a whole different thing. We'll see.
When the story first broke, I certainly thought Jimmy had thrown his last pass for the 49ers.
Me too. And I still kind of think he has. NorCal Troca says Niners suck. Just practicing for when we lose if Jimmy Garoppolo starts. He's just practicing. I like that. Interesting.
Just warming
Okay.
up.